Hi everyone, it's Gul Khan here, your money mindset expert, and I help entrepreneurs like yourselves to break free from your limiting beliefs, to reverse your money shame, and to blast through your money blocks so that you can live a life of unlimited abundance. So today is the first the series that I'm doing on the business page. We were usually doing these talks on my profile, but we've changed because of Facebook regulations. So I'm going to just share this into my, if I can find where I am, I'm going to share this in my, where are we? There we are. There we are. There we are. I'm going to share this into my profile so we can get some more people. Live now. So we can start talking. And if people don't turn up, I will start. We are a little bit late because I was at the theme park, and you can see from the state of my hair, I got wet, and oh my goodness, that was fun, wasn't it? So today's topic is how your past keeps you. Oh, hey, Jessica, my lovely. How your past keeps your money hostage, and this is a very important topic, I believe. Hey, thank you, Jessica, for joining me. Thank you so much. Hey, Julia, my lovely. How are you, sweetheart? So I really do believe that your past holds the key to pretty much the answers to everything that you want in the future and in your present day. And especially because I'm a money mindset expert, I do believe that your past holds your money hostage in many ways. And we're going to discuss that in detail today. And I think if you can, by the way, Jessica and Julie, if you can share this video, I really, really appreciate it. Anybody else who's watching this, if you're watching me live, come say, hey, give me hashtag live. If you're watching this on replay, do please put down hashtag replay. And if you can share this with the audience, I really appreciate it. There's no pitch, there's nothing for sale here. It's pure content, and I really do believe that information I give on today's topic is really, really it's really, really important that everyone should be aware of it, at least become aware of it, and they can find, once they become aware of what's holding them back, they can find a solution. So that's awesome. So we're going to get cracking with this today. Excuse my hair. It's been, I just come back from a theme park. We were in Thorpe Park just now, and I got wet, completely drenched, and my lovely hair went looking like this. We literally just got through the door. So, anyway, never mind. Hey ho, that's I just came off mummy duty, so now we're gonna go on to do. Thank you, Julia. Thank you so much, my lovely. So we came off mummy duty, so now we're going to do. I'm here for you guys. Awesome. All right, so let's get started. We got a few people here joining us live, which is awesome. So let's start. I'm going to start talking about this. This topic is really dear to my heart because I really do believe your past does hold your money hostage. I really believe that with all honesty. So what's two secrets we're going to talk about today. So the first one is how you view your future is actually shaped by your past. Now this is because I remember I've been practicing with psychology and psychology success especially, and I've also been studying the energy medicine. I'm going to talk about this aspect from two different perspectives. So the first perspective is the psychological perspective. Okay, so we're going to view how your future is shaped. So how your future is shaped by the past. Okay, what psychologists tell us. And the second part of this discussion is going to be how your energy gets trapped in the past, and what energy healers tell us. So we're going to look at both perspectives. So let's get started with how you view your future is actually shaped by your past. Now, it seems likely to think that when you think about what will you be doing next week, in general, what will happen next week, or what will be happening in a few weeks time from now, you generally think about what you're familiar with, how things are looking at the moment, and that's what you decide. Okay, what is allowed for you, what is capable for you, what's possible for you. So if you are used to someone who's a go-getter and achiever, you will achieve something. Okay, I'm going to go, and you probably have set goals, and you say, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. If you are somebody who actually has not achieved much, then for you to even consider the fact that you're going to be achieving more, for you to even envision a different future will be difficult. So you most likely would not be doing it. You would not be having, the average person does not have a vision board. They don't think about something different. And even those people who do have vision boards, they have a lot of difficulty accepting or believing the fact that they will be able to achieve those things on the vision boards. Hence, you remember that this is the point, that majority of the people, so 95% of the people actually who try to practice the law of attraction are unable to find success with it. they're not successful with the law of attraction, and then they say, oh, well, it doesn't exist. Actually, it does exist, but you are not able to do it. Reason being, because most of you have not seen any success with this as of yet. Hey, Wahid, because you haven't seen a success with that kind of success before, for you to actually imagine that you can be successful with your with your visions in your vision board is actually very difficult for you to for your conscious mind to accept. And more than that, it's even more difficult for your subconscious mind to accept. So if your conscious mind is having difficulty, imagine your subconscious mind, which has never experienced it, which is actually trained to be in the old paradigm where things work in a certain way. We earn a certain amount of money, we live in a certain locality, we have certain kind of health, we have certain type of body shape, and so forth. Now this reminds me of a friend of mine. I'm not going to give her name, but somebody who was I think chubby all her life, pretty much all her life. I remember her from the age of, I think, I've known her since primary school. Stunning, by the way, stunning girl, but she was always chubby, always chubby. And then she's got 5 children. So then she went on to at some point decide that I'm going to change my body shape. Okay, I'm going to change my body shape. She went and started doing the gym, whatever. I think a period of God knows how many years happened, and now she's transformed. God, she's stunning. She's drop dead gorgeous. She really is drop dead gorgeous. But, she doesn't look like she's a mother of 5, with the oldest child being, I think, who's like 19 or something crazy, 19, 20 years old. Because she decided she was going to change her mind around it. And the fact that she changed her paradigm around what was possible for her. She went from that body type to a different body type completely. And so that's why I'm saying that something that was a very drastic thing to happen. Generally, if you have a particular type of body type or particular financial circumstances, like your parents, whatever, you don't change. You stick to those. Okay, your past dictates your future. Okay, that's what psychologists tell us also, because you can't view anything different. You have difficulty believing, or you have difficulty understanding that you can even have something different. So for you to envisage a different future is actually difficult for you. Okay, get my point? And that's what psychologists tell us. Okay, they say that. And there's actually a paper written by someone called Kathleen Arnold, okay, and she wrote memory and cognition. Her paper is, I think she released it in August 2011. That's what she said in which she talked about how do you envision your future, where she discusses in detail how the way you've been brought up, your old past memories, would actually determine the kind of future you will see for yourself, and that thereby that the kind of future you will actually have, because you will take those certain actions, you'll be behaving a certain way, and obviously we all know you behave in a certain way will give you certain certain actions, okay, and those actions give you certain results, and obviously that will result in the particular kind of future. Okay, now this is what the psychologist is. Now the more important point is, how do energy healers view this? Okay, how does your energy get trapped in the past? And that's where I come in. But I really believe that psychologists are just touching the tip of the iceberg. It's the cause is a lot more deeper, a lot more ingrained, and this is why most of my my one-to-one clients and my high-end boot camp that I do is based around changing your internal stories, your internal wounds, your internal ideas of what will be possible for you from an early age, because most of your programming, your internal money programming, is done between the ages of 0 to 7. So if that's the case, that means your energy gets trapped in the past. Okay, so when most people ask, when you ask somebody, so what makes you, so what exactly are you, who are you, they respond by saying my past experiences, my education, my environment, my genetics, and so forth. Okay, these are things that happened to you in your past, so that determines who you are right now. Actually, that's not the case. Who you are right now you can be a completely different person right now, but unfortunately your past memories, your past circumstances, your past ideas and justifications and vibrations has caused you to have the results you have at the moment, and therefore that's the way you are at the moment. Make sense? Is this making sense to you guys? Give me a thumbs up if this is making sense. Hi Steph and hi Nazreen. Is this making sense to you guys? Okay, so your past ideas, your past beliefs, and your past life has actually led to this path. It doesn't make you. So let me make this very clear from an energetic point of view. Your education does not make who you are. The amount of money in your bank does not make you who you are. The kind of person, the kind of health you have, whether you have limbs or whatever, doesn't make who you are. You are a creator being in a body. Okay, that's who you are. Your qualifications, the money in the bank, the relationships do not make you. Unfortunately, we define ourselves with how we lived in the past and how we really are and so forth. I'm trying to make a distinction here very clearly, okay? The reason why, if you accept that you're a creator being in a body, and if you can dissociate yourself from the past memories and the past ideas, you can change your life like that, okay? That's how quickly you will change. But unfortunately, what happens is you get trapped in the past. Okay, so if you haven't made a certain amount of money, so for example, if you've never made about over $50,000 in your life as an annual income, for you to imagine or think that you can make $100,000 per month is out of the question. Okay, because you think, oh my God, how is that possible? How could I possibly be doing this? Okay, how is that ever going to work? Hi Steph, hi Nasri, hi Tiffany, hi Cheyenne. Good, nice to see you guys here. By the way, guys, if you are watching me on live, please put down hashtag live, and if you're watching me on replay, put down hashtag replay. And if you can please share this video with your audience, I'd really appreciate it. I'm not selling anything. There's nothing to sell. It's just pure content, and I'm really passionate about this, because I think this particular topic is so important that as many people as possible should be aware of it. So I really appreciate that. So thank you so much. But anyway, let's come back to this point of past things. So now let's come back. Now, how does your past memories hold? How does your past actually hold your money hostage? Now, think of it this way: if you are reliving your past again and again and again. So, coming back to the example of earning $50,000 a month, if $50,000 a year. So if your personal income has not passed $50,000 a year, and you've actually been earning 20, 30, 40,000, okay? For you to actually believe that you can earn 100,000 a month is going to be a big stretch, because you haven't had that, and you are judging your future by what's happened in the past. Plus, your past memories, your past ideas, your past justifications are also keeping you trapped. Okay. Now, how does energy work? So let's come back to the basics. So for you to understand exactly how this works on you, let's really go into the past. Okay. So when we have our past experiences, the decisions you made and those experiences that you have, okay, you take them forward with you. Okay, you project them into the future. You take on those thoughts like, I'm not good enough, people don't like me, I should have been a boy or a girl, or I should maybe men leave me, women leave me, I never have enough money, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy of earning more money, I make bad decisions, etc. etc. There's all these thoughts which go with you as you are. Now, if those thoughts are coming into your life, if they are from your past, which are traveling with you, what exactly is this doing to your vibration? Okay, obviously it's keeping your vibration low. Okay, with these thoughts, when you project into the future, you're expecting them to come true. And remember, law of attraction, how does it work? When you expect something to happen and it happens, that's it. Okay, you expect it. When you believe that this is going to happen, it happens. You actually manifest it. That's how manifesting works. Okay. So if you go into the principles of law of attraction, the three brain principles of law of attraction are: one, everything's energy, including money. Everything vibrates at a particular frequency, including money, and you attract to you whatever you're in harmony with, which includes money. Now, if you are projecting these kind of thoughts into the east of the universe, if you're giving out if your dominant vibration is off, who else is here to say hello? Awesome. Thank you, Stephen. I'm delighted to see you here too, my lovely. So if you are projecting into the future or into the current reality, I'm not good enough, and which is coming from your past space, so you've been past experiences, either through relationships or a past business, so-called failed business ventures, or a career or something, of anything that happened in the past. Any memories that you take forward and which are still playing in the background, which is the internal chatter, guess what's doing that to your vibration? Okay, that is keeping your vibration low. Now, if it's keeping your vibration low, what's happening to money? Okay, so your money is being repelled from you. Does it make sense? Are you guys understanding how powerful this is? So your past, these memories, these circumstances, these old stories that you have, which are, you're reliving every single day, every time you remember an old story, until you've given away until you put away the emotional charge, because there's an emotional charge on this. Okay, we can have a memory without an emotional charge, and it's perfectly fine. That memory is fine. It's just in your memory bank. Your memory bank. It's fine. It's when you have a memory which has an emotional charge, which is affecting you in your current reality. That's the problem. So in my line of work, in my boot camp and in my one-to-one work, we work on actually not, we work on forgiving and so forth on those memories. We work on actually eliminating the emotional charge on those memories. The memories will still remain, maybe not as vividly as you remember before, but once the emotional charge is gone, they're not as vivid, but those memories remain. However, once the emotional charge is gone, the negative impact it's having on your present reality dissipates, it goes away. That's what we do. So we get rid of that negative charge from it. So once the old memories, the old circumstances that stop, when you take away the negative charge from there, when you stop getting angry about it, when you stop getting upset about it. So for example, when is a negative charge? When you think of an old memory, it could be a small one, it could be a big one. So for example, when a boss was rude to you, or your ex-partner was rude and made you feel small, or your mother said something which made you feel horrible, your father did something to you, your uncle did something, whatever. The old memory, when you remember the memory, you get upset. Okay, that's when you have an emotional charge. Now, the severity of the emotional charge would dictate how much of an impact it has on your present reality. The stronger the emotional charge, the stronger the emotion you have with the memory, the stronger the charge and the stronger the impact on your current reality. So therefore, what you need to do is actually reassess your past and see how, where in my past am I still living at the moment, what's stopping me, what's keeping me in the past, what is actually causing me to stay in the past and relive an old memory again. Now there's some things like, for example, I want to touch upon, and there's too big a topic for me to go in today, but I'll give you small examples. So for example, if you've been sexually abused, sexually or emotionally or verbally abused. If you've been abused as a child or even as a young adolescent, that will mean that you are not allowed. Another one would be if you're bullied. If you've been bullied, you will not allow you to have you will make sure that you don't have safety and security. Now later on in life, how does that impact? That means when you're about to have savings, you will not have savings, because what do savings mean? Savings actually just means physical security in form of money. So if an emergency happens, something will happen, you have the little buffer in the background. Okay, that's what saving really actually means. So if you suffer from abuse or something like that, you will not allow yourself to have the security. That's just one small snippet from of a big topic. Actually, savings is a big topic. But I'm just giving you an example. That's how that holds you back. It will stop you from having savings. Okay. Now that abuse could be emotional, sexual, physical, or bullying as well. Bullying can be from any form, from internally, from family, from friends as growing up, or even from colleagues and your bosses and so forth as well. So this is so again, any part of your memory from a young child onwards, and this could be when you're a small child, when you don't have the memories. For example, we don't have memories when you're 2 or 3 or 4 year old, but if an incident happened then which actually had left a grave impact, you're reliving that memory in your mind. And guess what? When you're reliving the memory, the emotional charge is there. Okay, the emotional charge is there, which means you're either repelling. So in any moment in time, you're either repelling or you're attracting money. Let me repeat that. In every moment in time, you are either attracting or repelling money, depending on what is your dominant vibration at the moment in time. So maybe when you sit down and do your meditation and you chant your affirmations, for that 5-10 minutes or an hour or maybe so, you're actually attracting money. Okay, so that's when you're doing it. That's when you're doing consciously using your willpower, sitting down in a meditation room and doing your meditations, and you're attracting money. And you will be attracting money to you at that point. However, what you'll do is when you go away from the meditation room, you subconsciously relive these old memories. A song could trigger a memory. As you could past meeting, someone could trigger a memory. Sense of smell. Remember, we have memories with sense of smell. So sense of smell. You smell something and it reminds you of a memory. Memory gets triggered in your brain. Or if other things, okay? So you could be in a way where you constantly remember certain things. If you've been in an abusive relationship, you'll constantly remember those instances from those relationships. So what you're doing, for 5 minutes, an hour, whatever maximum, you're spending time attracting money. The rest of the time, your past memories are being played internally, and your subconscious mind is reliving those again and again and again. And guess what your dominant vibration is at those moments in time? You guessed it. You're actually repelling money. So do you see why if this is happening to you, do you see why most people are not successful with the law of attraction? Because the more they try to make it work for them, the more the subconscious mind throws into the forefront. This is wrong and that's wrong, and you've never done this before, and you're this and you're that, and you're not worth it, and you're who are you, and da-da-da. Okay, you doubt yourself, you doubt your ability, you doubt everything about you, and therefore your past keeps holding you back. Are you understanding this? Do you understand where this is coming from? Hi, Anju. Hi, Shakila. Hi, Yasmin. So are you guys understanding how powerful it is? Your past memories are there and are constantly live. Remember, these memories are constant and live, and your subconscious mind does not know the difference between past, present, and future. Let me repeat this. Your subconscious mind is not aware of past, present, or future. All it knows is this instant is happening, and it keeps reliving it. If a memory crosses your mind, all these neurons will flash through. Your body will be filled with cortisol, and you relive the memory again, either consciously or subconsciously or semi-subconsciously. Make sense? And this is why you will be, in that moment in time, you'll be repelling money. So your past is actually keeping your money hostage. So if you let your past memories, your past experiences, your past circumstances, and if you keep reliving those again and again and again. Now, I'm not saying, your ego alarms, just your ego will come and say, well, go, I'm justified. That was a horrible incident. That really was horrible. I'm justified in feeling this. I should be angry about this. This woman did this to me, or this man did this to me, or this person did this to me. I'm justified in my reaction. Yes, you are. I'm not saying you're not justified in the way you feel. I'm just asking you to either stay there and keep your money away from you, and you can either be right. So I come back to the old scenario. You can be rich or you can be right. Okay, what you would prefer. You can either be right and stay with these emotions forever and not let go of this baggage and continue to be in this lack and limitations mentality, or you can let go and say, okay, that was an incident. I'm going to forgive unconditionally. I'm going to work on how to let go of these old memories and actually choose to be rich. And when you choose to be rich, you're not hurting anyone. You're actually helping yourself. You're actually letting going. If anything, when you choose to be rich, in my line of work, in the way my clients do, when they choose to be rich, they choose to be happy. Let me repeat that. When my clients choose to be rich, they choose to be happy, not because money is going to give them happiness, because they let go of the emotional baggage. When you let go of this emotional baggage, you tend to become a happier person. You actually tend to have a better relationship with your current people. So instead of, for example, if you have a new husband or new wife or new partner, instead of reliving the old story with your ex-husband, ex-wife, you are actually able to have a better relationship with your current partner. If you're with your parents, instead of actually reliving what their your mom and dad did or didn't do, you're able to have a better relation with your mom and dad now, because you let the past the past go. You let bygones be bygones. That's what you do. So you actually have better relationships. You actually have better life, and you're happier. And that's what I mean. You need to let go of your past. Once you let go of who you were in the past, and if you let go of these annotations, like, okay, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm a factory worker, I'm a mom, I'm a dad. When you let go of these labels, which are actually from the past, that I'm X, Y, and Z, you can be anything you want to be. Remember, you are just a creator being in a body. What labels you've given yourself is what the society has given to you, and you've accepted. Either you've given yourself these labels, or the society has, but even for the society to give you labels, you have to accept them. Okay, because of your past experiences, your past life, you can choose to let go of these past experience, these labels, and thereby let go of the emotional charge with your past lives. And that is the key. That is the utmost key. From my point of view, that is the utmost key, because what you want to do is actually, it's a big topic, but what you will need to do is go back to those memories which are affecting you the most. Which particular memory affects you the most? Which do you think about most? Now, not all memories will be about money. Let me clarify this. When we talk about monies and money stories, it's very rare for me to talk about actual money stories. Usually it's talk about emotional stories, and in terms of emotional beings, in terms of what happened to your parents, your mom and dad, and you physically and emotionally, rather than actually with money. Money is actually a small topic in my bootcamp. Reason being, because it's the impact that has on your on your dominant vibration, which then dictates how much money will come to you or be repelled from you. Make sense? Okay, this is the key to understand. Your dominant vibration in any moment in time is either bringing money to you or is repelling money from you. It's either bringing good relations to you or repelling good relations to you. You're either developing and making yourself better and you're growing as a person, or you're deteriorating. You're never in the same spot. Okay, I remember learning from Tony Robbins ages ago, years ago, when I first started on this personal development journey. He said, in any moment in time, you're either growing or you're dying. Two things. You can't be doing one or the other. Your health is either improving or it's deteriorating. You're either learning or you're becoming ignorant. You can never stand still, because knowledge has to be gained. Your health has to be improved every single day. If you do meditate, spiritually you have to grow or let go. You can't stand still. Okay, you cannot stand still. And this is something that you have to understand. And the past memories, for those people who keep living their past memories, they find that they are stuck and they're not consciously aware of it. Most of the times, this becomes a very subconscious, habitual behavior. You are not consciously aware that you're thinking like this. You're not consciously aware that you're thinking, you're behaving in this manner. You just think, okay, this is the norm. It becomes the norm because the paradigms have been set. Your world view has been set. So the way you see how things happen, this is how things happen for us. This is how the world works. I spoke to a lady yesterday, and when I spoke to her, and she's a phenomenal lady with amazing talent, and for her to understand that she could be earning $10,000 a month was out of this world. She was, I don't know how. What could I do? And I said, well, at least dream first. First dream, and then the know-how will come to you. If you want to, everybody knows this, okay? There are people who are smarter than you, who are less smarter than you. People who are thinner than you, who are chubbier than you. People who are taller than you, shorter than you, ugly than you, prettier than you. Everybody's making money, okay? And if they're able to make about $10,000, $20,000 a month, and it's just there's just odd story. There's quite the story after story of people who made even millions of in the next few years, whatever. Why can't you? Why can't you? Why can't God give you the same idea and same know-how that they gave X, Y, and Z? What's the difference between you and them? There is none. Okay. The only difference is because they're accepting. Hi, Karen. They're accepting the fact that it's possible for them, and you're not. Okay, so first you have to accept that's a possibility for you, and then you can ask, okay, God, give me a sign, give me an idea, give me a business idea, or give me an indication of which direction to move on. Are you guys understanding this? If you are not even viewing that's being as a possibility, if you can't even think that you can be earning more than a couple of $1,000s a month, how are you even going to dream about, imagining having a vision board like that? And most people who have vision boards and who are trying to use law of attraction, they are so trapped in the past life. They look at the vision board for 5 minutes like, I'm a millionaire, I have a Lamborghini, I'm a millionaire, I'm going to get a Lamborghini. And then 55 minutes of the time, the subconscious mind goes, no, you're not, you got debt coming up, you got this bill to pay, you got that bill to pay, you got this income, you got the bailiff knocking at the door, and the car payment, the rent, so forth. Do you see? So if the inner chatter is talking like this, what is your dominant vibration? And as soon as your inner chatter starts, your vibration goes really low, and you start repelling money and start attracting all these circumstances which will keep you in lack and scarcity, which will keep you in debt, which will keep you in low vibration, which will keep you in the same mode. So the reality outside never changes. If anything, if you haven't cleared your past memories, every time you go to manifest something, either a house or a car, your brain goes, who the hell are you to think like that? Who the hell do you like that? What are you gonna do? Win a lottery? So most people want to do law of attraction. They want to guess what they want to do. They want to win lottery. They want to use the law of attraction to win lottery, which is so funny. I mean, they don't realize they can win $1 million, or they can make $1 million. It's probably easier to make $1 million than it is to win lottery, by the way. But anyway, and this is, again, it's because they're living in the past, and they're believing the past will dictate their future. If they've not made $1 million now, what makes them think that they can make $1 million in the future? Whereas I'm saying, if you let go of your past memories, if you let go of your past ideas, if you let go of your past ideas of who you are, you can change from this moment onwards what you're capable of. Let me repeat that. If you change and let go of your old ideas of who you are, what you're capable of, from this moment onwards, you can actually attract to you all the circumstances, all the people, all the resources necessary for you to have and be whatever you want to be. And if, in my case, I always dictate, it doesn't matter what you want to be a millionaire first, okay? Make sure your finances are done first, because once the financial headache's gone, you can concentrate on being the best mother, father, daughter, philanthropist, whatever you want to do. Okay, you can go and help out the whole wide world. If you're fed, if you don't have to worry about your money, then you can help others. Plus, if you have a business idea, gosh, what will you be doing for the economy? You can actually employ people. You can give other people employment, and you can also, not only that, and this is very important, not only do you give people employment and you help the economy, keep this in mind. If you go on and be the best version of yourself, guess how many other people you'll inspire? Look at Tony Robbins, look at Oprah, look how many people they inspire. And there's so many other people. Now, there's so many other people apart from Tony Robbins who are great leaders, who are absolutely fantastic leaders, but who have seen Tony Robbins and have taken him as inspiration and move forward. So guess how many people you will inspire? Guess how many people you will, allow them to be the best version of themselves, because they've seen you go out, step up, learn to see, monetize your talents and your gifts and your God-given talents, and be the best version of yourself, to be able to it gives them the courage to step up and actually be the best version of themselves. Do you see what I mean? So what kind of impact are you doing in the world? It's phenomenal. It's a ripple effect, which you can't even understand. You can't even comprehend because it's beyond our understanding. We just know that it happens and exists. And this is so powerful. It's so powerful. No problem, Rasila. This is so powerful that it's, when you actually fully understand, you realize how your current circumstances, as much as you think it's normal, it's whatever, the past. No, the past, until you let go, is actually holding your current money hostage. It really is, because what you have today is because of your past beliefs and your past ideas. That's what energy tells us. Psychologists tells us also, because psychologists say that depending on what you lived is how, it's the kind of future you will view, obviously. And energy healers, as energy healer, I know for a fact how how much attention you pay to the past, how much is still attachment you have to the past memories and ideas and justifications will dictate the kind of vibration you're in, the kind of things that you're thinking about on a dominant basis, which will dictate what comes into your life in the next week, month, or years. Okay, I'm not saying things can change overnight. Sometimes they can, and the reason why things can change overnight is because when you're that ready to let go. If you work with a really powerful energy healer, he or she can work wonders for you. But for most people, when they start working, it's a slow progress. It's a progressive learning, but that's fine. Imagine being a complete different person from 11 months from now. I think it's biologists teach us that every 11 months, all the cells get renewed in your body. And so, you are a new person. You can be a new person. So if you can be new biologically, why can't you be a new person energetically? Are you with me? You understand what I'm getting this? The past is really holding on to you. If you don't let go, then your money is being held hostage there. As soon as you can let go of the old ideas, you free yourself to get into the dominant vibration of attracting money, of having money, of creating money. And there you can be attracting ideas and people, resources, and money will flow to you. Money has no option. If your vibration is high, money has no option but to come to you, because like anything else, it's be attracted to you. It doesn't have a choice. Money doesn't have a choice whether it comes to you. It doesn't come to you. Money just has to go where it's, where it's pulled at. And therefore you can attract money to you, as well as abundance in other forms like health and relationships, so forth, as well as, in your own mental serenity in terms of your own joy. Now, people say, I always say, you don't get money, you don't get happy because, somebody, when I talk to clients, they always say, I say, why do you want money? And they say, well, then I'll be happy. And I always say to them, I'm a money mindset expert, but I am the first one to say, money does not make you happy. You being happy makes money. Let me repeat that. Money does not make you happy. You being happy makes money. Okay, so when you're happy, when you're joyous, when your vibration's high, you are creating money, you make money, and that is powerful. That is absolutely powerful. And that's why we need to let go of the shackles from our past. Okay, so any questions? That's for all for today. I'm sorry it was a bit late because I was went to the theme park, but any questions, my lovely? Any questions? And for those of you who joined us later and are watching on replay, please do share this video out to as many people as possible, because like I said, I'm not giving anything for sale. There's nothing on for sale. All I want to do is help out as many people as I can and get my message across to as many people as possible. And that's my goal for for doing this this series that I do now, which will be now on this page every Sunday at 8:30. So does anyone have any questions before we wrap up? And for those of you who are not members of the Magnanimous Money Mindset, please come and join there. I'll be doing a live clearing there at 9:30. So in about 20 minutes time, I'll be doing a live clearing there in the Magnanimous Money Mindset group. And it's open to everybody. The replay is available for another 24 hours. And obviously after that, the replay, after the 24 hours, the clearing gets taken away. And then it's part of the ETC membership, which is, again, it's a very low price ticket membership. Reason being, it allows every single person, the idea behind the ETC membership is that everybody has access to it. And even those people who are not able to afford the boot camp and my other services are able to get a benefit from these clearings, which are really, really powerful. Okay? So any questions on today's topic before I wrap up and say go? How do you let go of the past? Karen Wright. Oh, great question. I love this about money comes when you're happy. Thank you, Erica. Okay, Karen, that's a great question, my lovely, and I'm so glad you asked. Karen, the way to let go of the past is actually to remove the emotional charge. Okay, and I think you may have come late when I said this earlier. So my advice would to be the first thing, it's I mean, I go into detail, and it's very intense in the boot camp and in my 12-month program. But for you to start off with this, okay? So take a memory that comes to you often. So when you think about money, when you think about making money, a memory will pop into your mind, which is very, very prevalent, okay? So think about that memory. What happened in the memory? What are you doing? What's happening to you? Who's doing what to you? Is it your parents? Is it you? Who is it? Okay? And then what's happening? How are you feeling in that? Are you feeling sad, depressed, annoyed, angry? What is it? What exactly is that memory that causing you? What kind of emotions is it causing for you? Okay, and then you let go. You forgive that person, the perpetrator of whoever that is. Well, for example, if you are being bullied, so then you need to forgive that person who bullied you, along with yourself for allowing that to happen to you. Remember this, because it's twofold. You forgive the person who bullied you, and you forgive yourself for allowing that to happen to you, and you let go. And when you've let go, when you think of the memory, you no longer get upset, you no longer get annoyed, you no longer get you no longer have really a strong emotional charge to it. So you can do this by doing count to 10. So one scale of 1 to 10. So think of the memory and think, okay, so how strongly do I feel about this memory? And if it's on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very strongly and 1 being not very strongly. So if you feel very strongly about it, then say, okay, fine, so it's 10. So after you let go, after you've forgiven yourself and the perpetrator who bullied you, think again, so, okay, how strongly do I think about this memory on a scale of 1 to 10? Is it now? It's probably a 4 or a 5. Okay, and then you need to forgive that person a bit more, forgive yourself a bit more, come back, and when the charge should be, so on a scale of 1 to 10, it should be a 0. Okay, when you think of the memory doesn't go. But what does go is actually the memory doesn't go, but the actual emotional charge to it. So when you think of the memory, you're no longer angry. I'm not saying you're going to forget these memories. Hell no. Why should you? When actually, by the way, Karen, when you let go of the emotional charge on those memories, they actually become funny. And I'll give you my examples. When I did this, and I've done all of these exercises myself, by the way, and I chose to be rich rather than right when it came to my ex-partner, my children's father. The instant that he did to me and the things that he did to me, I let go, and I'm not kidding, I let go of every single memory. And by the way, I actually caught him red-handed with his girlfriend as well. So that was an interesting experience. And now, imagine me catching him in red-handed in that position, with his wife, with his girlfriend. Well, I was his wife at the time. Now, if you think about it, I was very, very upset and really angry, and I went through all of those emotions. Now, when I look back, when I think about it, I actually laugh at that. I actually laugh at that memory, thinking, oh my God, because I look from his point of view, I thought, oh my God, he had his wife come and see him in that way. Oh my God, poor guy. I actually feel sorry for him. God knows what he must have gone through, whatever, how embarrassed he would have felt. I laugh at that memory, and I laugh at the whole incident now. Can you see where I'm getting at? Okay. It's the memory is still there, but the emotional charge is no longer there. I'm no longer angry with him. I'm not upset with him at all. I mean, we interact with him and very civil with him. Actually, more like friends if we can be. Because the emotional charge has now gone. I've let go of that memory. I've let go of that memory by letting go of the emotional charge. The memory's still there, and it'll still remain because that was a major part of my life. However, I'm no longer upset. I'm no longer angry with him. And that is important. Have I answered your question, Karen? Do you understand what I'm saying? By the way, when you forgive and you let go of the memory, you let go of the perpetrator, the person, and yourself, because you allowed it to happen in your life, and you allowed it to play that much role in your life all this time. Okay, so you forgive yourself and forgive the perpetrator. How do you let go of wanting to control how you make and attract money and just let it flow to you? Great question, Julia. Really good question. So Julia, when you are trying to, control things, you think you know better. Okay, you don't. I'm not saying this, this consciously, but you think you know better. You can know how things can happen, but this is where faith comes in. The best way is when you actually want to manifest. The best way to manifest, people, by the way, is to have a vision, to decide you want to make something like a certain amount of money or a particular job or a particular thing or whatever you want to go, and then you say, okay, this is going to happen, and then you let it go. And when you let it go, you allow divine source energy. So in my case, I'll say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you let divine source energy control how it happens for you. Okay. So in your case, Julia, what you'll do is you say, for example, you want to manifest $20,000. So you say to divine source energy, God, divine, Jesus, whatever you want to call it, divine source energy, I want to manifest $20,000, and I know you will find a way for me to have it. Then you believe, okay, so for example, you ask for guidance. So maybe you need to do X, Y, and Z to use this company to work with X, Y, and Z and do it. So that's the path that you're on, okay? So that's the path that you are on to make the money. fine. Okay, but you have the faith that this is what the path you're working on. You're going to do X, Y, and Z, but God, divine source energy, has a million ways that he can, or she, I mean, it can give you $20,000. So you give that responsibility to divine source energy to give the $20,000 to you. Does it make sense? And therefore, the best way possible, the easiest and the quickest and the best way for the $20,000 to get to you will be made available to you. That's when faith comes in. When you try to control it to make the $20,000 from one particular source, you'll be stuck. You'll be forever stuck in that particular point, because you'll be forcing it to work in that way. Whereas divine source energy knows that even if you're doing X, Y, and Z, maybe A, B, and C can come into the picture and allow you to use C, D, F to get the $20,000. Is this making sense, Julia? Okay, so the short answer to your question is, when you put your faith in divine source energy to give whatever you want to you in the quickest and the best way possible, while you take action. Okay, you have to take action, people. I am not those people who say you sit in the bedroom and you chant affirmations and money drops into your lap. No way, Jose. That's not what I'm about. Okay, it may be that you are taking action on X, Y, and Z, and divine source energy makes it available to you through A, B, and C. But that's because when you take action, especially massive action, you get into a receiving state. You start expecting money to come to you, and this is key. If you don't expect money to come to you, money will not come to you, because if you don't have faith, ye of little faith, if you don't have any faith, how will money come to you? Okay, it says it in the Bible, in the New Testament. What you faith, you believe and ye shall receive, or something along those lines. Okay, so, and it says it in the Quran as well. If you believe it, if you do it, if you believe it, then expect it to God, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give it to you, you will receive it. So all these major religious books talk about the same thing. Okay, even the Old Testament says the same thing. If you believe it, you can receive it. So if the Old Testament, these powerful, really powerful religious books are saying the same thing, that if you put your faith in divine source energy, and you can give it whatever name possible. I'm not here to advocate any particular faith at all, whatever. In Buddhism, whatever, you can be in whatever faith possible, but you need to put the faith in divine source energy, take massive action. When you take massive action, you get into a receiving state, you get into the state of expectation, because you are now taking X, Y, Z steps, you're taking massive action, you're taking massive action, and therefore you will be in a receiving state. And therefore, once you get into a receiving state, you will actually receive the money, maybe not from the particular source you're expecting from, maybe from an alternative source, but you will receive it. Okay, money will show up, or the opportunity will show up, or the person will show up. And this is where faith comes in. Faith is essential, Julia. Does that answer your question? Yeah, it's not easy at all, honey and Julia. It's not easy for people who want to be in control. And therefore, those people who want to use law of attraction and that control piece, as you put it, will have difficulty, because you want to control every situation. You want to control where the money comes from, where the money goes out, and who it goes out, and who it comes into your life, and so forth. When you use law of attraction, when you're using spiritual laws, you have to give away your power to divine source energy. You take massive action, but then trust yourself and trust know that hi Miranda, must do the work. Absolutely. When you do the work, that's when you're doing the work, divine source energy will make things happen for you, and will make it happen in the best way possible. Because remember, when you want $20,000, it could be it's coming from somewhere where you provide a service which that person needed, and that person needs that service more than the $20,000, and therefore they're able to give you the $20,000 because your service means more to you than the $20,000. Does this make sense? So it's when divine source energy takes action, when divine source energy makes things happen, it's in a win-win situation that everybody in that transaction prospers. So everybody who you come into contact with, who you take money from, will prosper, because divine source energy is bringing them to you, so that you can provide a service and they can get and you can be handsomely rewarded for it. Make sense, my lovely? Yeah, putting faith into divine source energy gives everyone a win-win situation. Awesome. Any more questions before I wrap this up, my lovelies? And by the way, if you're getting value from this, please do share this with your audience. I would really appreciate it, because I think as many people as possible should be listening to this, because not many people are talking about it. Not in fact law of attraction in this way anyway. And I think money is a very important topic that we should be talking more about, and it should be a less taboo and more open discussion on this, because I think the money is the first step before we can actually do anything. Because until we cannot pay our rent and our food on the table, until that's no longer a worry. We're able to, very limited in terms of what we can possibly do, because I trust you me, most people are concerned with the rent they pay and the food on the table, and especially if you have children. So once that worry is taken away, you can tap into inner genius and do so many different things. Yeah. And that's why I really want this message to go as many people as possible. You are welcome, my lovely. So, okay, so we haven't got that long now. And for those of you, please jump over to Magnanimous Mindset. I'll be starting a new live there in the Facebook, the free Facebook group, Magnanimous Money Mindset. And we will do a clearing on letting go of past. And if you've been in my lives before, you know what I do. I will ask you specifically, and I've adopted that format just so it makes it personalized to you guys. So you can put in the chat box what you want to clear, and I will clear that for you. So your question, Karen, that you were saying, how can you let go? Come over to the MMM group and put in the chat box what you want to clear, and I will clear that one particular memory for you. So I'll do one thing for you, okay? And I'm going to limit this to one thing because I want to give it as many people as possible. But come over there to the MMM group, put one thing in that you want to clear, and I will clear that for you as part of the clearing. Okay, my lovely. So it's been awesome chatting to you. I will be seeing you here next week, exactly here on my business page again next week at 8:30, hopefully with better hair. But thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I will speak to you next week. What group? Oh, honey, I'll put it in here. It's a Magnanimous Money Mindset. So Magnanimous and Money Mindset. It's Magnanimous Money Mindset. I'll put it in here, honey, so you can see it here. Okay. And the link should be in my, the link's actually in the, if you look in the link of it in the, the video, the heading of it, there's a link for that in the group in there as well. Okay. All right, my lovely. So hopefully I'll catch most of you over in the Magnanimous Money Mindset group, and we'll do a clearing in approximately 7 minutes. So give me 7 minutes to have some water and some tea. And I'll see you there, guys. Okay. Okay. Bye. And for the rest of you, I'll see you next week. Same place, same time. Bye for now.